Hey, y'all. Hey, happy Monday. Hey, everybody. Thank y'all so much for joining me for this live while we are going to get into it about the men of Love is Blind. And then we're going to have another live about the women of Love is Blind, honey, because we don't want to be biased and whatnot. Because, baby, the women showing out too. Okay. They showing out as well. But let me go ahead and speak to y'all. For those of you that are catching the replay, this is the time for you to skip. You don't have to listen to all of the hellos and the hey girl, heys and all of that. You don't have to listen to it. There are chapters. Skip on down below to the man of your dreams, honey, or your nightmares. Okay. Hey Sheila. Hey Linnell. Hey Love J. Hey Olga. Olga said corporate Aaron would like to push this meeting up a couple of hours. I'm so ready for this. Mama has no internet and just got power back on after not having it for 2 weeks after Helen here in North Carolina. I am so happy y'all finally have power. Let me tell y'all something. When I tell y'all these storms have been worrying my nerves, y'all don't understand how much of a worrier I am. Okay. And then I feel like I have a responsibility to 41,000 people. And I just be looking and lurking and child, I'm up on the TikTok all night. If y'all were to ask my son, I'm like up to the minute updates. And so they say, what? It's going to be a category what? Child, my nerves so bad. But I'm happy that you finally have power, Olga. We're going to get into the mess. Hey, Misunderstood. Hey, friend. Hey, Carlicia. Hey, Anna. Hey, Venus Fox. Hey, Shy Girl. Hey, AKA Ren. Hey, Ari. Hey, Martina. Hey, Christine. Hey, Eternal Paramore. Hey, Chandra. Yes, girl, you finally made a live so we can get into it. Hey, Pardon the Posh. Hey, Candace. Hey, Barry Sweat. Hey, Lisa, Janae. Hey, Alicia. Hey, Miss April. Hey, Michelle Bird. Hey, Maya. Hey, Brittany. Hey, Sunshine and Flowers. Hey, Dia. Hey, AP. Hey, it's me, CC. She said, hey, Misha, haven't been on a live in a minute, but I have been tuned into the reviews. Thank you. I appreciate it. Hey, Yusfa. Am I pronouncing it right or Yusfa? I want to make sure I'm pronouncing it right. Hey, St. Marquise. Hey, Brandy. Hey, Sheila. Hey, Stezo. Hey, Lanice. Hey, Stacy B. Hey, Nikki. Hey, Keisha. Hey, Goddess Godiva. Hey, A. Hey, Cameron. Hey, My Two Cents. Hey, Corey. Hey, Ruby. Hey, Toya. Hey, Kimoja. Hey, Gwen. Hey, TT. Hey, Opal. Hey, Yana, baby. Hey, TT. Hey, Dr. Bree. Dr. Bree married a nerdy engineer. Honey, I know that's right. Okay, them be the best ones, just as sweet as they want to be. Hey, Ronnie. Hey, Black girls getting their shift together. Hey, Moni. Hey, Teflon Butterfly. Hey, Deanna. Hey, Miss Kira Speaks. Hold on, let me go on down, honey. Hey, Alicia. Hey, Renata. Hey, Shayna. Hey, Tyler. Hey, Aaron. Okay, I don't know how to pronounce it, so I'm just gonna say Shy. Okay, because I don't want to butcher it. Hey, Tasia. Hey, Miss Tina. Okay, let me see. I think. Hey, Ollie. Hey, Hollyana. Hey, Carol. Hey, Angela. Hey, Mr. Logistics. Hey, Dr. Ivy Pearl. Hey, Miss Easy Bar. I hope they're not working you too hard. Hey, Dorica. Hey, Tihu. I think I spoke. I think. Hey, Curious JoJo. Hey, Angel Eyes 33. I haven't seen you in a while. Hey, Yoshi. Hey, Angie, Crystal, A. Hey, Amanda. Hey, Kels. Hey, Omar. Hey, Chelsea. Hey, Nia. Hey, Q. Hey, Angie. Hey, Belicious. Hey, Esbello. Thank you for being a member for 35 months. Can we start calling Taylor the procreator? Why did I see that? I saw that somewhere. I think I saw it on TikTok. Child, they are just tearing him up on that TikTok. Do you hear me? Hey, Sean. Hey, Kim. Hey, Amazing Dreams. Amazing Dreams. The Housewives franchises are out. And you know you are in charge of HR. Okay, I need to see if I can get some time off. Okay, so you need to get on your job. Hey, Sweetie Cry. Hey, Dakia. Hey, LaFemme. Hey, Clarissa. Hey, AQ. Hey, everybody. It is now 8:06. So we're going to go ahead and get into this live because we don't want to wait any further. Okay. So I thought that we should get together and talk about the men of Love is Blind. So season 7 started out as a snooze fest. Episodes 1 through 6, I could barely keep my eyes open. And Ren told me, shout out to Ren. Ren told me on Patreon, she said, Misha, just wait. What's going to happen is the real tea is going to come out online as the season progresses. And I remember telling her in the comments, I was just like, girl, as boring as these people are, I don't think there's going to be any tea. And boy, was she right. Do you hear me? Boy, was she right. Because everything that's been coming out, child, we finna get into it all. Okay, let's just get into it all. Let's just get into it all. Okay, so first up is where's Daddy Tyler? Is he hiding something? I know he hiding something, but do y'all know he hiding something? And baby, he hiding a big something. He hiding 3 somethings. This man decided to omit the fact that he is the father to 3 children. Now, let me just say this. People can come with this. We shouldn't say anything. Let's not judge it yet. It's a donor situation. I don't give a damn. 3 children are attached to you. They think that you're their daddy. Okay? And you just so happen to ignore them for over a year so you can gallivant off over here to find love. Now, if you had conversed with their mother and said, hey, I know I've been in the kids' lives and I know I was doing this to help you out with your situation. And, you know, I want to be there for them, but I also want to go off and start my life. You need to have a conversation. Dude, we're not mad that he's a donor. We're not mad at that. We're mad that he skipped out on these children. Okay, quit playing in our faces. Okay, please. So let's get into the before and after. So when the lies were unfolding and he was falling on his damn knees to pray, everybody was like, oh my gosh, Tyler and Ashley are the couple to root for. Now I'm going to tell y'all straight up. I was writing down notes for episodes 1 through 3, but I couldn't stay awake. I'm just going to have to keep it real. And, you know, I just couldn't stay awake. Shout out to Marsha. She knows that I couldn't stay awake because I was telling her, girl, I can't stay awake. Okay. This show boring. And I wrote in my notes, Tyler cannot be trusted. I knew it. I said something about him just ain't right. Now, I told y'all how I met that soon to be, well, that's not the soon to be ex-husband, but the first husband in the church when I was singing in the choir. And he had a very charismatic spirit, just like Tyler. And he also was doing all that crying and all that praying. And I was like, Ashley, don't fall for it, girl. Now, I looked at Ashley and my initial thoughts when I first saw Ashley is thank you for looking how you should be looking, honey. The hair is laid. Okay, because oftentimes we got to talk about the wigs sitting, how they sitting. But baby, Ashley's hair is on point. Her and Alex. They look beautiful. Okay, so they definitely got that right this season. But I just didn't trust Tyler. And I was like, something ain't right about him. Just something ain't right. So we have the before where they met each other and he was skinning and grinning. Okay, lying. And then we have the after when she decides that she wants to talk on camera about all things children. Now, what I didn't like that she did, and I know she didn't mean any harm, is the fact that she called them sperm babies. And I was like, girl, please don't call those babies sperm babies. This man has told you a lie. And let me tell you something. They will be quick to say, oh, yeah, it was this kind of situation. She don't let me see my kids. She crazy. They say all kind of lies, honey. He's saying that to get you. But we're going to get into it. So I just went and did some digging, getting in other people's business when I'm not supposed to be in it. And the children's mother, whose name I blocked out, okay, because I don't want to, I don't want no drama. She says, can we start with the smallest lie regarding my uninvolved children's father? I spent Christmas last year alone cooking greens. Tyler did not spend Christmas 22 alone. He spent it at his mom's with family that included the oldest, Cairo. Now, y'all, if you watched episode 8, Tyler was sitting there with Ashley and he was like, yeah, I spent last Christmas alone. Now, mind you, this was filmed in 2023. We are now seeing it in 24. So 22, he claiming he was just sitting there, with a tree, a little Charlie Brown Christmas tree that had 2 figs on it and 1 ornament. And he ate his greens, beans, potatoes, and tomatoes. And he was just so sad. And he made collard greens. Sir, you are a damn lie. Now, there is a picture that is attached to this post that I cannot show. Now, I showed it on Patreon, but the reason why I'm not going to show it here is because I don't want to put the children on all over the internet. Like Patreon is confined. Even on Patreon, I still covered the children's face, but it's a picture of Tyler and this little boy, and this boy has on Christmas pajamas. Like, this man really play all day. Like, why are you doing that? Like, that's crazy. So for me, I just decided that I'm not going to show those children because they don't deserve to be put all over the internet like that. And I just don't understand why he would sit there and lie. Well, I do understand because he wanted to seem like, oh, I'm so sad about the situation. So he lied to her. He was not alone. Okay. He definitely was not alone on Christmas. He was with his family. So, I mean, you could have said that. Like, you could have said that. It would have been fine. You didn't have to make up a whole scenario and say that you spent Christmas alone. You could have said, I spent Christmas with family. Now, in the comment section of this particular post, there was a young lady that said that she was dating Tyler in 2022 in December and November as well. And he told her that he was going to be with family. And, he did end up telling her that he had kids, but he owes her a lot of money. Okay, a lot of money. He owes her like $10,000. He gave her 2, and now he still owes her 8 more. So then she says, I'm trying really hard to do this the right way, but I have no understanding why he would categorize his relationship with his children as he has, especially in consideration of how patient and considerate I've been. I guess I have to speak on this despite trying so hard not to. Sperm babies, they are not. And I was just like, you know what? I knew when I heard that. I was like, don't call them that. Do not call those babies that, because they didn't ask for any of this. You know what I'm saying? So I just felt, I don't think Ashley, I don't know. I don't think she meant it like that. But when I heard it, I cringed like, girl, don't call these babies that. And I know a lot of people have created videos or whatever, and they can do whatever they want to do with these people's children, but I'm not going to put these babies on no YouTube. I'm just not going to do it. Okay? I'm just not going to do it. But I am going to talk about Tyler. Okay, because he needs to be talked about because he lied. And you lied by omission and you made a choice for her. And that's not cool. Now, if you didn't want to be, if you didn't want to be forthcoming with the situation, at least the producers should have let Ashley know, because I feel like he made a decision for her. And I don't like that. Shayna said, the street says she got pregnant in the bedroom, so they are not. Oh, yeah, girl, they said they was laying down doing a horizontal polka. Okay. Ratchery Redefined said, how much you want to bet they will spend like 2 minutes about this at the reunion? Girl, they going to skip right on over this. Do you hear me? Yes, also the battle over the loan. Tyler is a horrible, horrible mess of a person, just using women so gross. Yes, and we're going to listen to story time with Ricky. I'm not going to play her video, but I'm going to play the audio so we can get into it. Sunshine and Flower said, as Sheila, I was thinking, are they talking about me? My mother-in-law threatened to stab me in the eye on Saturday morning. Oh, my girl, I know you in line. Baby, they crazy. Episodes 1 through 6 were so boring. The only one who pissed me off was Leo. Yeah, child, him and his Rolexes. Okay. Hey, Sharonda. I think because he first initially had the conversation off camera that Ashley would keep it off camera, but she didn't. And I don't blame her. I don't blame her for bringing it on camera because you made a decision for me. Don't make choices for me. Like he shouldn't have made a choice for her. If that's what you want to do, then do it. But don't make a decision for me. And then I'm supposed to just be like, okay, cool. We'll just discuss it off camera. Because if she does walk away, people are going to be wondering like, why did she walk away? And another reason why I appreciate it, because every single thing that's happened has happened off camera. Speaking of things happening off camera, and we're going to get back to Tyler because I want y'all to hear the stuff that's going down. Let's get into Steven. Now, him and his text messages, his freaky deaky text messages were not on the show. Okay. We didn't see the text, and Monica didn't really explain the text, but the texts were being sent. So before then, he was being Steven. I thought he was icky as soon as he called her a mutt, but that's just me. And come to find out, he was the real dog. Okay. But they met, and okay. Then they went on down to Mexico, and I knew something was wrong with him then when he kept going, you're right, you're right, you're right. Now, I don't like Monica either. I'm just saying. Now, both of them kind of irked me a little bit, but at the same time, he didn't want to be in a relationship with Monica after she started demanding things like flowers and purses and cars and candy and all kind of stuff. He didn't want to be bothered with her. So he was just like, look, I got to find a way out of this. And I think he self-sabotaged this relationship, and he was happy that she found it. Did y'all notice he didn't even fight? Like, he didn't even fight. He didn't care what she was saying. You're right. You know what? I'm going to live with this. I knew something was wrong with him when he looked at that camera. He said, I'm just going to have to live with it. I said, what the hell? Child, what is going on? Essence, thank you for the super chat. Hey, Misha and my fellow opinionators, just wanted to stop by and show my girl some love. I'll be sure to catch the playback. Thank you, Essence, for the super chat. A mutt. I would have turned out the light in that part. Girl, he sure did. I said, what? Why is he calling her that? Now, I know what he's trying to say, but don't call me no damn mutt. And she was just so hard up to make it out of those pods with a man. She was like, oh, yeah, I really am a mutt. I was like, oh, child, she just as goofy as the day is long. And then on top of that, he told her, he said, I've cheated before because I thought she was too good for me. So I cheated with the intent. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry that you cheated. Are you okay? Girl, what is wrong with you? She was like, cheating is not black and white. It's gray. Baby, it was black and white when you sat in front of him and told him to Venmo you your money. It was black and white then. So here we have their before and after. Now, I created these text messages on this phone myself. So the text messages say, let's get physical. And then the girl says, whatever you want. And then he says, you're right. I ain't got no sense. I ain't got no sense. Look, she said Steven cheated in his sleep. Girl, this man was down to the sleep study cheating. But listen, y'all, see, she didn't believe he was at the sleep study. But see, I be minding people's business and not my own. And I went on over to Steven's page right after everything had dropped. And this is what Steven had to say. Okay. So Steven posted this all wrapped up in these cords so that he could let us know that he was really at a sleep study. Sir, you said you were at a sleep study drunk. Now, okay, let's just say you were at the sleep test. You were not damn drunk. You did this of your own volition. You wanted to do it, and you're just freaky. It's okay if you're going to be freaky, baby, but if you want a woman that's freaky, you need to be forthcoming with your freaky dickness. Don't be just doing any old thing and talking about all these different holes you want to stick it in and whatnot and ain't told the woman that you're with. That's the problem. Anyway, so he says, the doctors are monitoring if I have psychic powers or not. Looks like I must have psychic powers because I totally saw this upset coming a year ago. So you were preparing for the day to pull out this receipt. Boy, anyway. So then someone messaged him and said, not cool, Steven, not cool. And then he says, I'm sorry if I upset you or let you down. Would you like to talk about it? If anyone needs me to console them for my own personal mistakes, I am here if you want to talk. Okay, so he playing in our face. Okay, he is letting it be known that, look, I don't give a damn what y'all talking about. I'm going to say what I want, and that's just the bottom line. I'm going to do what I want, and you're right. General public, you're right. All the viewers, you're right. He is trying to unite us, and that's pissing me off. Don't play with me, sir. Summer, thank you for the super chat. Love you, Misha. I'm still here to support you. I just got a life, but I'm sorry I haven't been there for you as frequently as I used to. That's okay. Checking in whenever you feel like it is cool with me. I appreciate you for showing up. Look, girl, life been life for me too. Child. Oh, wee, honey. 2024 ain't no joke. When I say it ain't no joke, I mean it ain't no joke. Today has been hell on wheels, y'all. I'm surprised I'm even here able to push through. Like, y'all don't even know, child. I'm going through some things. S. Bello, thank you for the super chat. So Chelsea of Chelsea and Kwame was the matchmaker this season. Now the red flags make sense. She probably thought they were just part of a cute color scheme. A mess. Blind leading the blind. And you know she can't, child. She don't know her head from a hole in the wall because she still think Kwame really wants to be there, child. He hanging on, but it's giving a little iffy. Chelsea, these are the people that you chose. We're going to need you not to choose no more. Don't make no damn sense. A pay gig is a creepy man online who gives women money to disrespect and shame them. Listen, I think he into all kinds of stuff, y'all. So wait a minute, because let's get into this. All right, so he then posts this, me preparing to face your judgment in my now perceived villain arc. First of all, you want to be famous so bad. Now he's created a TikTok, and the title of the TikTok is, so I guess I have to have a TikTok now. No, you don't, sir. We don't give a damn. You don't have to have anything. We don't care about you, sir. You don't have to have it. It's quite all right. Okay, like what is really happening? So then he posts over here, it's okay, guys. It's only been a few days since we met. We're still getting to know one another. I hope I didn't ruin anyone's day by existing. And if I did, I'm sorry you had to wake up this morning. Now, what kind of lowlife says that he's sorry that people had to wake up in the morning? Stephen is really diabolical. And I really don't like that word because people just use it all willy-nilly. But something is really wrong with him. And he was already planning his after the pod's fame. Because remember that scene when he was sitting with Monica and she was irritated because he was breathing? And he was like, yeah, I was telling, Garrett that the situation is like girls are going to know us after this. And what if they want to like give us fellatio? Like he might be a sex addict, allegedly. Because why is that all you talk about? And why is that all you worried about? Like, what be wrong with y'all? Like, what really be wrong with y'all? That's all he cares about is what he's going to get sexually from this experience. And that is nuts. So then he tells us, tune in to At Love is Blind Netflix to see the latest drama. Take it from this guy. It gets pretty juicy. He has no remorse for whatever it is that he did. He doesn't care. That makes it even more icky. And the thing is, y'all, I really don't want to throw around the word narcissist, but baby, look it up. Okay, look it up. He gives me the ick, and I know I'm right. Sweetie, and is. Stephen, don't nobody want to suck that child a mess. And the reality is girls do know him and hate him. Too funny. Can't stand him, child. Russell said, not him already ready for his villain arc. Leo did the same. Everybody just wants to be Trevor from last season. I miss when the show was real. And you know what, Russell? It ain't been real since season 1 when we were locked up in that quarantine. And you know what's so funny is my sister actually, I remember her calling me because we was all bored in the house and we in the house bored. And my sister was like, girl, what you doing? Now, mind you, I wouldn't even think, my sister does not like reality TV. So this channel is perfect for me because y'all like mess like me. And so I was like, I'm not doing nothing. She said, girl, you need to watch this show on Netflix. It's called Love is Blind. I was like, I don't have time for that, girl. I'm rewatching Old Housewives. Atlanta, it is. And she was like, no, please watch this show. It's really good. And I watched the first season and I fell in love. And I was just like, oh, I hope they get a second season. Now here we are, season 7. And we got a Steven, a Leo, and a Tyler. Yeah, okay. I don't even know. I really don't. I really don't. AQ says Steven only wanted sex. And the fact that Monica was okay with that is crazy. But see, AQ, I don't know if she was okay with that because when they were sitting down having that conversation, remember he blamed her for the conversation they had prior to that? She was like, no, I enjoy sex with you. It's great, but I haven't been wanting to do it because she feels like he might not be serious about marrying her. So she kind of pulled back. So I don't think she was okay with him only wanting sex. I don't think so. I appreciate a healthy appetite, but he would even say crazy stuff in mixed company. Yeah, he's just nasty. And when he started being oddly specific about the pineapple under the sea and the macaroni in a pot, I was like, yeah, you good nasty. Baby, you on sectors that I ain't never heard of. Do you hear me? They need to check your hard drive. They need to check your Twitter. They need to check all of your social medias, honey. You can't be trusted. It's giving nasty. G-Dot said, Misha, you said it a while ago. This show should be called Is Blind instead of Love is Blind because this is a fool. Ain't it a fool? Disgusting. Anna said Stephen came on this show for groupies. That's exactly what he came on here for, Anna. Because the thing is, if y'all see this TikTok of his, and I don't want to post it because they getting real particular about what you can show and what you cannot show. And I ain't got time for nobody to be sending me no strikes. His TikTok is just him, and all he's talking about is this one scene on Love is Blind and basically scouring the comments trying to find a woman down with his freaky deaky ways. Sir, goodbye and good night. Like, please go away. Pathetic, Chandra. Pathetic. Q said, let's not act like we didn't have a Carlton on the first season here. Oh, yeah. Remember when Carlton called that girl a B? Baby, let me tell you something. That's when reality TV was still good. Baby, when he called that woman a witch, I said, oh, he done lost his damn mind. If I would have had that channel, then I would have immediately went live. I would have went live right away. I would have been like, we got to talk about this. I would be glad when this season is over. I'm so sick of my good name, Monica, being thrown around like it's nothing. Yes, honey, Monica done gave you a bad name. Do you hear me? Even Barnett is still with Amber, baby, on the way and everything. Yeah, I saw that. They sat down with Lauren and Cameron. Steven has a humiliation kink. That's what I said in the last review. Black girls getting their shift together. I think so too. Because he was just too, oh, you know what? I'm going to just take it. But let's continue on, honey, because there's more. So then he posts a picture of he and Monica. And I guess somebody tried to say something to him or say something about him. They said, I missed all the red flags and foreshadowing of what a dirty dog this guy on Love is Blind is. He took her post and reposted it in his stories. And he said, I am whatever the fans of Love is Blind want me to be. Yeah, it's something really wrong with him. Let me tell you something. If I was Monica, I would send him a cease and desist, a stop and don't do it no more. Take my damn pictures down. Don't mention me. Don't look at me. Don't think about me. Don't call me. I even want them to take my scenes off the show. Take me out. Don't you be putting my face up on no thing talking about I'm whatever the fans want me to be. Child, I would have cussed him smooth out. You hear me? Ashley said, hey, Misha, I'm a little late, but wanted to show some love. Thank you, Ashley, for the super chat. I'm sorry, but I don't feel sorry for Monica. Cassius, listen. It ain't about feeling sorry for Monica because I don't like her either. You know, just because he did his deed, and I told him this on Patreon, listen, just because he did what he did don't mean I'm going to like you. But at the same time, she didn't deserve that. Because that man know he didn't want nobody coming on this show. He knew that he was coming on here like the person previously said, for groupies. You knew you didn't want this woman. And then she was mad because he said, you're right. I shouldn't have come on the show. She said, I know you. What? You gonna just cop out by saying you shouldn't have come on the show? Really? So I just feel like this was his opportunity to be seen by thousands of women who want to spank him and tie him up. Child, Thank you, S. Bello, for the super chat. Now, I don't want to be rude, but doesn't Steven look like the handsome Shrek down to the outfit? I can smell the swamp from here. Oh, S. Bello. These are not my thoughts. I ain't looking at him and seeing nothing. I was trying to figure out what Monica was seeing in him. I said, what's going on here, honey? Stunt Queen Freak Steven. Unemployed, referring to Kate Spade bags as expensive. What a loser. Trying to get discovered on Love is Blind. A lot of them are just using this for a step up, but the way he is so blatant about it, it's crazy. It's crazy. Yvette said, they really don't look good together. She is too cute for him. It's a mess. A mess. I just hope Monica gets tested for everything under trial. I hope they was using something. Because, baby, this will be a mess otherwise, okay? So, according to the streets, Steven feels no remorse. He's replying to people in the comments section, and he's basically saying, yeah, I did it, and what you gonna do about it? I think that's gross. I really do. He doesn't even feel embarrassed. Exactly. Maybe he thought since she was black that she was into freaky stuff too. I don't trust Steven as far as I can throw him, okay? And I can't pick him up, so I don't trust him. I don't think he thought she was into freaky stuff. She looks very much like I'm just going to lay here. Nothing about Monica gives me let's experiment. Hang from chandeliers. Go outside so the people can watch. Nothing about Monica. Nothing about Monica says we finna go to the adult store. Nothing. I know he didn't think that. I think what he thought is that he could persuade Monica to get into it as he got into it. That's why when they were having that conversation, he was mentioning going through the back door. He ain't fooling me. He knew that woman went down for that. What's even more gross is Steven will still get a woman. Girl, won't he? That is the sad part. Because I did see some lady in there talking about it's nothing wrong with having your preferences and your kinks. Man, what are you calling then? He should have went on Kink is Blind. Because this is Love is Blind. And the lady with the high strong lady that's mad as hell was looking for love. Okay. She was treating him like a doormat anyway. He was bound to cheat because she wasn't paying attention to whatever it is he was saying. And he's a cheater by nature. That man knew he was a cheater when he told her that story. And he knew he had somebody when she apologized to him for him cheating. Where they do that at? I said, what? Baby, not you apologizing to him. Baby. When I tell y'all I had an attitude the whole time I watched her, I said, y'all get her off my damn screen. She said, it's just, I'm so sorry. But see, the way that you're in therapy now and the way that you've admitted it, ma'am, they all admit it. Therapy is the new calling card. They tell you that they're being therapized and they went down to see the lady and they hope that a gullible sucker will take them. Girl, don't you be falling for that. Don't y'all fall for that therapy, okay? Don't fall for it. Anybody can get on BetterHelp. We can get on there as a group right now. Y'all ready? We can get on there right now. Hell no. Makeup addict said, what's even worse is Monica really let Steven hit. As serious as she was about the flowers, she wasn't serious about nothing else because she thought the man was going to marry her. I'm trying to give her some grace. She really thought that he was, because he was fawning all over, just trying to get her in the bed, oh nasty self. Don't make no damn sense. All them men, and that's who she chose? Girl, it was really blind, okay? And Monica was giving that man money. No, ma'am. And then did you hear Harris when she said, oh, I'll be your sugar mama? I said, okay, she's getting delusional. I don't know what they put in them goblets, but baby, don't drink no more. Don't take no more sips. It's a potion, allegedly. Because I don't know what's going on with you. Why are you telling this big, grown, overgrown man who knew he didn't have no damn job before he got there? The way that he explained not having a job anymore told me that he knew he didn't have a job before he went on the show. This is a season of liars. The only person I halfway like is Nick. And I didn't think I was going to like Nick. And I'm just sitting here trying to figure out, why are y'all this way? He told Monica, yeah, so I called the man and I was like, do I still have a job? And he's like, no, you didn't hear? Nobody calls people and has a conversation like that about a job. You know if you're going to have a job or not. You knew before. Hannah let us know. Y'all might give Hannah a hard time, but Hannah said, I quit my job to play on this TV. Hannah told us, I quit my job to do what I wanted to do on Love is Blind. And I don't blame you, Hannah. At least you're honest, okay? Because the rest of them are lying through the teeth in their mouth. That man knew he ain't had no job. And she just fell for it. Monica, you're going to have to open up your ears, honey. Don't make no damn sense. He definitely was lying, but it was probably an out. That too. Exactly. He was definitely unemployed. That's why he couldn't wait to get down to that Mexico. And then when they got to the shared apartment, because see, y'all got to pick up on the little details. When they got to the shared apartment, he was like, wow, I've only seen an apartment like this on Instagram. I said, brokey. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Or am I? Oh, child. And before any of the judgmental people start watching this live, let me tell y'all something. We are just having a good time and discussing the men on Love is Blind. Sometimes y'all hold me to an impossible standard. And I've seen a lot of comments like, I can't believe you're talking about certain things. And I can't believe, baby, this is reality TV. And sometimes I'm going to get into it. You might want to go back to my lives from 2020. Like, we're just talking. There are so many people judging my opinion. And we're just having a good time, baby. I could really get into it. We'll be here all night. Okay, so just please listen and don't even try it. Okay, I just want to make sure I let it be known right here today, right now. Okay, don't do it. Sleepy Panda, thank you for the super chat. Words from BGC girls. Anybody want to fight? Girl, I used to love Bad Girls Club. I run LA. Y'all a mess. Sunshine said, he said, oh, this is noise when he got into the shared apartment. Girl, didn't he? I said, this is a mess. I heard that they get applications from many women, but have to cast many of the men. That says a lot on the male quality. Yes, Miss Honey. And look, I just saw a thing today where Tyler said he was recruited through LinkedIn, y'all. LinkedIn. They are going over there to the career sites. Where y'all gonna go next? Indeed. Y'all might as well go down to the soup kitchen because half of these men ain't got no job. Okay. Or go line up down there on Skid Row, child. You would probably have a better chance at finding somebody with some sense. Because these men are coming from every which way and ain't worth a damn. Okay. Steven's like, I can't offer you anything financially. I'm clout chasing. I get drunk and sleep test and I'll cheat on you. This fool is engaged. You're right. You're absolutely right. Not sponsored by Cheez-Its. You're right. Oh, child. A mess. Hannah and Steven actually made a good couple. Hannah wanted Nick to suck her toe, and she definitely loves. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let me start over. Oh, y'all a mess. Hannah and Steven actually may have made a good couple. Hannah wanted Nick to suck her toe, and she definitely loves to shame a man. Steven would be in shame kink heaven. Baby, he would have loved everything about it. Do you hear me? He would have been bowing down to Hannah. Carol says Steven was eating a lot in Mexico while the other guys were hanging out with their fiance. He didn't have a job from the start. Girl, stuffing that face, sticking empanadas where the sun don't shine, and he ain't fooling me. Guacamole all in his shirts and pockets and whatnot. Sir, you don't have to take the chips. They will bring some more to the room. Okay? If he wasn't eating, he was talking. If he wasn't talking, he was kink texting. It's nasty. They nasty as hell. I just saw a blog of their statuses, and everyone is still together except for Monica and Steven, I guess. Child, I ain't trusting none of it. I hate that we didn't get to see where Steven lived. Girl, he ain't live nowhere. He lived in that shared apartment. Child, he ain't got no place to stay. His reaction when he saw that apartment told me everything I needed to know about him. Okay, you better speak your speech, Love Jay. I said, he ain't never been nowhere. When I say he ain't never been nowhere, I damn mean he ain't never been nowhere. Okay, so let's head on back to Tyler really quick, shall we? Okay, so we're going to go back to Tyler and we are going to listen to what was said about Tyler and his situation with other women. Now, it'd be one thing if it was just about the kids, and I would be like, okay, Tyler, you cannot omit your kids out of your life or delete them or erase them out of your life because now you found a new love. But let me tell you something. This is what happens in the real world. These men, some of them decide that I got a new thing. So now I'm going to leave, like they leave whole lives behind them, children included. Y'all better ask me how I know. Once they get a new supply, they move on to the next, on to the next one. Baby, they act like you and your child don't even exist. Now, baby, I'm glad when they act like I don't exist. But my son, absolutely not. This is indicative of what's happening out in the real world. This ain't nothing new. It's sad, but they will really go ahead and just move on to the next woman, start taking care of their kids, ready-made family, just add water. Whole time you owe $75,634.62 in child support. Your child ain't seen you since they were in inception, and then you wonder why you don't have good luck. This is the kind of karma that you're creating for yourself. And people think, oh, she crazy, she the bitter baby. Baby, how you gonna be a bitter baby mama of a man you ain't seen in years? Let's be let's put our thinkers on, okay? Let's please put our thinkers on. Now, it would be one thing if Tyler was just doing this about the kids. We can't get over that, but it's more. Y'all, please take a listen to this, baby. This right here. This right here's a fool. Y'all listen.
Glenn was allegedly engaged at the time that his first child was conceived, and the fiance had no idea that it was his child. If you're keeping up with the Tyler T, then you know that pictures of Tyler and his ex-fiance are resurfacing online, and they were found on Tyler's mom's Facebook page. The ex-fiance is actually a local DC news anchor and took to her Facebook page back in 2017 to let everybody know why her engagement ended. Now, this post has since been deleted, and it has been edited and updated several times before it was deleted. I have both versions. So here we go. There's a lot of reflection on 2017.
Okay, so I'm going to read what it says. So Tyler, I don't know, could y'all hear that? Y'all let me know in the chat if you heard what she was saying. So basically, Tyler was engaged, right? Tyler was engaged to a lady who is a news anchor. Okay. She's a news anchor. I don't know how he getting all these baddies, honey. Baddies with status too. So Tyler was engaged to a news anchor who I'm not going to show here. I didn't get permission. I didn't get permission for none of this. So I'm just going to play the audio. And she posted a status in 2017 about the breakdown of her and Tyler's relationship. Well, child, she goes to the gender reveal because Tyler is supposedly really good friends with the lady who's having a baby. She gets to the gender reveal, baby. She's smiling, skinning, and grinning, and he hiding her out in the damn open. Come to find out, the gender reveal that she's going to is for her fiance. He didn't even tell the lady that this is his gender reveal. He is here to find out the sex of the baby that he's having with these people. So she goes, unbeknownst to her, to this gender reveal, not knowing that her fiance is the one that's having the baby. Baby, this is some Lifetime stuff. This is some stuff to put you on Snapped. Okay. Now let me read this. This is what she says. There's lots of reflection on 2017, so here's mine, and it could help someone. After seeing how a personal experience inspired and strengthened a few others, I wanted to touch at least one more before the new year. The last 12 months taught and showed me a lot. Without going into too much detail, social media isn't the place for that. God changed the direction of my life. I didn't see it coming until I got a text less than 2 weeks before Christmas. Baby, he know how to play in their face around Christmas time, don't he? Not her getting a text 2 weeks before Christmas. Baby, this is crazy. She says, what happened? A year-long secret was revealed to me. And it was someone that I knew, loved, and who I trusted. I almost spent the rest of my life with them. However, it wasn't in the cards for me. And I soon learned that who I thought I was having a future with, a legacy with, was someone that I really didn't know. And that would be Tyler. Okay. Now, let me get to the other half of it because she's like in front of the screen. And then I'm going to come back and read the next part. Hold on.
And so here's mine, and it can help someone. After seeing how a personal experience inspired and I thought was my future, obviously.
So she says, over a year, I prayed, I trusted God and my gut, which eventually led to the truth, which took my breath away. Oh my gosh. You know what? When you pray and ask God to reveal something to you, you better be ready for the reveal of it all. It's about as big as that reveal on Love is Blind. Because she was blindsided. Oh, y'all see how it's all coming together? Baby, she was blindsided by a man that's on Love is Blind. Baby, this is a mess. Okay, let's listen to the rest of it. Here we go.
Tyler, the future with Tyler, started a family, and legacy, had a child with someone. I'm going to go there. Now, I am assuming that the three people that
So the three people that she was talking about is Tyler and the two ladies that he was having the baby for. Now, Tyler was making it seem like, it was just his friends. So at story time with Ricky, shout out to her. She said that she messaged the lady and asked if she had any clue. And she said, nope. She unfortunately had no clue. I still feel bad about that because Ty used to have us around her and she was so happy for us. Now, everybody lying. Okay, now we got to give a little bit of the blame to this lady as well. Because, ma'am, you were lying too to the person that you were with because they ended up separating and Tyler was in the middle. And apparently it was supposed to be a donor situation, but it turned out to be a let's lay down together situation. So everybody lying. Okay, everybody. She says, throughout the year, I prayed, unceasingly trusted God and my gut, which eventually led to the truth. Yes, it took my breath away at the beginning, but the good news is I learned a lot. Oh, I could just feel the gut punch. Do you hear me? I could just feel it. Oh my goodness, y'all. Okay, hold on. Let's get to the rest of it. Okay, so this is the new one. Okay, because she edited the first one. This one says, over the year, I prayed and trusted God. Okay. What lesson? We all need a mix of good and bad in our lives to grow. It builds strength. It builds character. It heals eventually ourselves and others. As Joel Osteen says, we can only learn certain lessons and receive certain blessings in the dark. So on this last day of the year, I encourage everyone, men and women, to love yourself to the fullest, know your worth. Don't compromise it for anyone. And trust me, God will fight your battles. Cheers to a fresh beginning and my now clean slate. So, this is the first version of it. Okay. Well, the edited version. Okay. And there's a text that says no one was ever supposed to know who the donor was. It was supposed to remain a secret forever. And he was never supposed to raise the kids. Okay. But then Tyler went ahead and went to court and fought for his rights. Why would you fight for the rights of a kid that you don't want to deal with? I really want to show y'all this picture, but I don't know if I'm allowed to show it or not. I want to show you the picture, of the news anchor, but I don't want to get too, I don't know. I don't really want to get into it like that because they're showing pictures of the kids and they're showing pictures of the court documents. And baby, I'm not going to get wrapped up in that. Okay. Okay, hold on. I'm going to get to the other version. And Tyler is in all these pictures with this baby. He is playing in people's face. Okay. So this person said, so men with children aren't allowed to be on the show. Ma'am, it's not about that. It's about the fact that he lied. Like, what is wrong? So, okay, the grandmother of the kids, she stepped into the comments and this is what she had to say. So this lady says, so men with children aren't allowed to find love, also be on the show. Just because y'all don't know doesn't mean that Ashley doesn't. So then the grandmother said, yes, he should, especially since he and the lady didn't make it. But I'm saying you don't stop calling your kids because you're looking for love. And that's the truth. He completely ditched his kids. It's not like he was, in a situation where he had already explained it to Ashley and she decided, let's move forward. He ditched his kids to create an entire different alternate universe. Like, are you serious? Child, some people will take a man any kind of way. He can have one limb, one eye, one tooth, one leg, and one strand of damn hair. They're going to find a way to make him innocent. Girl, goodbye and good night.
Tyler from
So now we're going to get into him owing some money. Let's get into it.
Love is Blind took $10,000 from his ex-girlfriend and never paid her back. And I have the screenshots. If you didn't know, Tyler's ex-girlfriends have been coming forward information about him and it is not good. So the first girlfriend said he is the biggest liar, gaslighter, cheater, and thief. And girlfriend number 2 jumped in the comments and said, I dated him too. He's all of the above and still owes me stuff. And that stuff is 8 racks. This is the formal judgment that was filed against Tyler. Let me move out of the way so you guys can see. I obviously blocked out all of her information, but you guys can see here at the bottom that she filed a judgment against him for $8,000 because she lent him $10,000 and he only paid her back 2. But there's more. I have screenshots of their conversation regarding him owing her money. As you can see here, as you're talking to me like a child,
So there are some text messages here. He owes this woman $10,000. He paid her 2. He still owes her 8. So he's mad that she's asking for her money. He says, it is. You are talking to me like a child. She said, okay, well, we can figure out a time to call them so I can listen. If you're off Friday, we can FaceTime while you call and I can be on your computer. Or you're off Monday and me too, we can call then because she's trying to figure out how to get her money. So then he says, Paige, stop talking to me like my mother. If you want money, damn, my check comes and then I'll pay you. But don't talk down to me. How you gonna have an attitude and you owe people money? What is really wrong with him? He really thinks he's really entitled. So then she goes, I'm not trying to. What am I saying that's bad? I don't want you to be upset at all. I'm asking to be on the call, please. And then he tells her, I'll just talk to you Thursday or Friday. I know you damn lying. And then she says, are you going to pay me from whatever you get paid out of your job or no? He said, no, I'm just going to disappear and never talk to you again because I'm a thief. I mean, well, then he says, my whole life's plan was to fake love you and get money from you. This is crazy. So here he is with an attitude with the lady because he wants the money. She wants her money back and he doesn't want to give her said money back. Like, he is really insane. Okay, so she's still fighting for her right for her money. Okay, so then she says, so are you going to pay me back or not from the money from your paycheck? or I'm loaning money to people. And you know what? That usually ruins relationships. So I'm sorry I ever did this, because if I didn't, then this wouldn't be happening. Now he's making her feel like she's in the wrong because she loaned him money and she's asking for it back. So then he goes, no, people not putting in real effort and actually giving a F about the other person ruins relationships. Blame whatever you want. What? Oh, baby. He real good and crazy. So then he starts going off on her because how dare you ask me for money? Then he turns right around and says, I don't know who you think you're talking to. She says, you, I'm not saying anything wrong. Shouldn't I be up to date? And he sent her a message after all this went down. Now, this is in October when he was supposed to be in the shared apartment with Ashley. He's texting this woman asking her if he can come over. The woman then says, no, you can't come over. I'm going on a date. So then he says, what? You're going on a date? Sir, you're in a whole shared apartment on a love show about to get married. Are you serious? She said, shouldn't I be up to date? He said, you know what? You'll get the money as soon as I do. I'm doing everything I can, but you aren't going to talk to me crazy. So now the two of them are going back and forth and back. And the gist of it is she lent him $10,000. He paid her back too and said that he would pay back the rest, and he still hasn't. He paid $2,000 in May of 2023, but still owes $8,000 more. She sent a screenshot. Ricky, the lady who's talking, said that she asked about the kids, and she said initially he told her that he didn't have kids. Then he told her that the kids and the mother lived out of the country. Y'all, I cannot make this up. He told this woman the kids live out of the country. What is going on? That is insane. And she's just sitting here like, the kids live out of the country. Okay. So she just believed whatever he said. Now, the thing is, the lady is saying that she loaned Tyler $10,000 because he said he was getting evicted from his apartment. Once he got the money, he never said anything else about the apartment and ended up moving out of it. Now, my theory is he wanted the money knowing that he owed the apartment and never planned on paying it back, allegedly. He used that money to then start a new life. Now, this is not the only woman that he owes. He owes another woman as well. And also, according to Ricky, he owes $30,000 in child support. So, baby, it's racks on racks on racks, racks. The debt is piling up. And here Ashley is just in the middle of it. Like crazy. Flocka on film said he looks like he got a passport to get someone pregnant out of the country. Oh, Jesus, take the wheel. Girl, okay. I believe Tyler says yes, and this is why he says yes to her, because if that woman had said yes, he could come over, he wouldn't say yes to her. Exactly. And it's just so funny that this season, all these men have a text buddy, because according to Monica, Steven texted this woman and said that nobody could satisfy his kinks like she could. He is texting this other woman like, can I come over? Because basically Ashley getting on my nerves. Okay. Everybody's texting the outside world, all while these women are just sitting at home twiddling their thumbs. Child, I think she's still with him too, Harris. Aaliyah said, like I said, it's got to be good, because how they don't let him slide this long is diabolical. Now, listen, Aaliyah, when I looked at some old school pictures of Tyler, I don't know, Tyler's just not my type personally. I wouldn't give him a second look. But he does that thing where he makes you feel like, oh my gosh, you're the only woman in the world and you're so special. And he has this way about him when he speaks to you that will confuse you if you ain't up on your game. Okay. A few years ago, when I was younger, he might have could have confused me, but not today's date. Okay. You got to get a little bit of experience to deal with a man like Tyler. And the way that he lies with ease is what's scary. Because you're just sitting here looking me in my face lying. Like, what is wrong with you? Question to producers. Where did y'all find this man? They should be ashamed of themselves. And what's crazier is Chelsea from season 4 helped with casting this season. Yeah, somebody else just said that. Love J said, first of all, laugh out loud. Tyler's occupation has changed more than I can. Girl, that occupation was moving like Ray J's hat. Y'all remember when Ray J had that hat on? And it kept moving. I said, not Tyler's occupation moving like Ray J's hat. First, it was a nuclear security officer, not nuclear. The way he acting is giving nuclear. Then the manager of some sort. Now apparently something about drywalls. I'm done. Ain't nobody got a job. The season of the unemployed basement dwelling, line freaky deek, freak Nick losers, child. A mess. Okay. The title of the show should have been Freak Nick Child Support and Passports, honey, because Garrett trying to move over there to San Diego. You don't need a passport to go, but child, just go with me. Just go. Baby, just go with me. He's a DMV red bone. I'm oh, goodbye. Not you one. Goodbye. This ain't got nothing to do with me, y'all. So if y'all listening to this, that's all Omar. I ain't saying nothing about no red bone. Omar is ridiculous. How could it's like I don't know why I click on his comments. I really don't. How Coco Bang Bang said at this point, he said, I'm one, I know. At this point, I believe they are intentionally choosing bad candidates. Yeah, and they looking at this social media, and I don't understand what's the problem. Ms. Brown Sugar said, I believe Chelsea, Seattle wasn't involved with this season. It was some other casting professionals that were out to ruin lives. And you know what's so funny is that I saw on TikTok right after, no, it might have been right before The Circle. They were like on TikTok saying that they were casting for the new season of Love is Blind. And I originally thought that it was going to be in Atlanta. So I think they were casting for the season that's coming up next. Because this is what? This is DC, right? And I was just like, honey. No, thank you. Hey, JoJo Beans. Freaky basement bangers owes millions of dollars in debt. Should have been the title. Oh, child. Y'all finna make me cuss. Always been Shayla said a DMV red ball he is ridiculous. He is ridiculous. You let him leave a chat and he just you can't let him leave a comment. Chelsea already said she started working with casting this season. Said, okay, so she is responsible for this mess. I should have known. In the words of Martin, you ain't got no job, man. I wish I had a picture of bro man from the 5th floor. Steven and Tyler should apply to the Real Housewives of Potomac. Child, please don't send Tyler. Please don't send Steven nowhere. And I think all the women on Potomac got a man. Let me think. Oh, child, don't let Gizzard get a hold of Tyler, child. This will be a fool. I just want to know if he's still in that same apartment. I don't know. Speaking of apartments, nasty Alex with that nasty apartment. Aaron said, I thought this season was in Detroit. That's going to be a good season. No, this season is in DC, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody tell me, is it DC? Or where is it? Because I could have sworn that's where they are. Can anyone think of a female who has been on any season that has done anything close to one of these dudes' BS? Let me think. The only person that could probably hang with the dudes simply because of what she did on the show would be Jackie. Other than that, no. There has been no real scandal. And there's this thing everybody wants to know, like, who's the worst? Is it the man who wasn't on he didn't get shown, but he was being really aggressive to the lady and she had to end up suing Netflix? Is it SK? Is it Barista? Okay, I don't know. Is it Bartholomew? Is it Tyler? I think Tyler take the cake. He's scary. The fact that he can do so much and nobody knows what he's doing and he just lies and prays with a straight face. Oh, no. Women lending men thousands of dollars. Baby, where are y'all getting this money? People cannot afford to buy bread. And here you are passing out bread to this man. And for what? This is the thing. Nobody can convince me to give them anything over $100. And even then, I'm like, oh, I don't know if I got it. 10. You let Tyler borrow $10,000. Okay, shout out to Nene Leaks. Why is he borrowing $10,000 from you? And then he gonna have enough nerve to get an attitude when you ask him for your money back. He knows to get women who have themselves together. He went and got this beautiful news anchor. He dated this beautiful woman who got $10,000 to spare. Ashley has her wits about her. She has her stuff together. He gonna find a woman that's able to give him something. Yuck. Toya said, I've never given a man money, not in my 34 years. Let me think back. I let somebody borrow $5 in high school, and he went to go shoot dice with it. Boy, talking about pissed off. Baby, I ain't gonna never forget that. He asked me to borrow $5. Now, y'all know during lunchtime, honey, you probably ain't got but a hot 10. And this was back in the early 2000s when Cash Money then was taking over. And my mama had gave me $20 try for my allowance. And he asked me to borrow $5. And I'm thinking, okay, $5, because he want to get him a little, some little wings and a little wing basket with some French fries. Child, I come to the gym. I'm looking by the bleachers. I hear fingers snapping and popping and carrying on. And he done wasted my damn $5 on a dice game. When I tell y'all I broke all that stuff. Do you hear me? I said, boy, if you don't give me my damn $5, you better win it back. And I stood there like the good girlfriend that I am until he got my damn money back. I ain't gonna never forget that. I'm never gonna forget that. And it was from that day forward that I never let a man borrow no money. I was 16 years old. That man took my $5 and played. He was shooting dice. Okay. Now I went to a high school that was kind of in the hood a little bit. And they'd do anything by them bleachers. And the fact that he gonna take my damn lunch money. No, my mama didn't give me but $20 a week. You gonna take food out of your woman's mouth to shoot dice? Oh, child, they start early, honey. I'm going to pull a Monica at the end of each of my relationships and sit the man down to Venmo me for my contributions in time. Okay, he ain't got a pot to piss in and a window to throw it out of and got enough nerve to be sending freaky texts. So you need to figure out where you gonna eat. Okay, and where you gonna sleep. Okay, you probably sleeping down at that sleep study. I wouldn't be surprised if he was paid for that. Because sometimes they have those clinical trials and they tell you, come on down and we'll give you $100 or whatever. He probably was selling plasma and blood and all kind of stuff, child. Just a mess. Do you hear me? A wing basket for $5. What a time. Baby, they used to be crunchy and crispy and they was spicy a little bit. Baby, you couldn't tell me nothing. I couldn't wait for lunch. I was going to get one of those. And what's that drink? The Tropicana? Baby, I was going to give me one of them Tropicana 16 ounces. And I was going to give me that wing basket. You could not tell me nothing. He going to take my damn money and go down there and shoot dice. Baby, I ain't never been so mad. But when he gave it back, I broke up with him, but only for like 5 minutes. And we got right back together by the end of the school day. But don't be using my damn allowance to be shooting no dice. And she shouldn't have gave that man no money. Period. Okay. I had a dude borrow money from me and my friend. He took forever to pay her back, and I was so embarrassed. Oh, girl, I would have been embarrassed too. Don't borrow nothing from me. I already knew Tyler was alive with his first job title, nuclear security officer. That don't even sound like a real job title. Sir, just say you're the greeter at Walmart. Hi, welcome to Walmart. He looked like he wear a blue vest. I'm not finna play. I am not finna play with y'all. Clarissa said maybe Tyler can move into Nick D's mama house in that basement. Baby, not Tyler sleeping head to foot with Nick. Oh, y'all crazy. Karina says sleep study, laughing my butt off. He developed the most believable lie over the years. He narrowed that down. Girl, not a sleep test. And then he said he was drunk at the sleep test. Don't y'all forget that. Okay, he wasn't just at the sleep test. He was drunk at the sleep test. I don't know if anyone asked, but does anyone think Leo is paid to get off the show after Brittany rejected him? He was so disgusting when they met. I think something went on. I think they were not seed fillers, but I think they were, what do they call them? They were plants. Because it just didn't make sense. Their story would have been something that would have got the people going. It's provocative. It really would have got the people talking. And then she was just like, can we go to Miami? He said, sure. When have they ever been allowed to go on their own trip? That's not how this works. You're going to go down to Mexico. You're going to let us talk about you for 18 weeks, and then you're going to go on about your business. You don't get to go to Miami. What? Anyway, something was wrong with that. Something ain't right. Something ain't right. Okay, so moving on from Tyler and all his diabolicalness and the text messages and him wanting to be a villain and wanting so much attention, I want to see his family. Something ain't right with Steven. Okay, something is not right. Let's move on to Tim. Now, a lot of people think that Tim is a great guy. They think that Alex is Alex, and I think that two things can be true. I think that Alex is definitely her, but I also think Tim got something to him. Now, y'all hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Okay. Now, this shirt right here that Tim is wearing, he was in the pods, okay? And he went to the gentleman's quarters and he told the men, yeah, this shirt that I'm wearing, I bought it because my ex-girlfriend didn't like it. Tim is one of those people who likes to push buttons. You say, I don't like for you to go left. Tim is going to go all the way left. instead of going right. So I feel like Tim is one of those people that does things to get a rise out of you. And then when you react, then he's like, see, she crazy. Now, Alex does have a very bad attitude, but something about Tim gives me putting on for my city. Also, the second thing that I want to note is that when they were in the pods, he was very all about me, 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 me. It was giving very much Maya. It's all about me, 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 me. Okay, forget about you, 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 you. When she was trying to talk, he was like, wait a minute, can I tell you a little bit more about myself? And I'm like, dang, Tim. And it was all about, it's like his whole personality was, I want to tell you about what happened to me, and I want to tell you about my sisters. And I just feel like he didn't really allow her to speak. It really wasn't a lot for her to even for him to even gauge. And then what tripped me out too is, I don't know if y'all remember, they had a date, and he said, I was wondering if I could have fun with you because every time everything's been so heavy. And in the back of my mind, I'm thinking it's been so heavy because you are the one with the heaviness. Every single time y'all get in the pods, you start crying. So what are you talking about? I wanted to see if I could have fun with you. And outside of that, Alex is still insufferable. So I don't know. And then another thing that kind of like, now y'all be saying I don't be knowing what I'm talking about, but then when I be knowing what I be talking about, y'all be like, Michelle, you told me. Something about him being like, I don't like to argue. I can't argue. That says to me, you don't know how to regulate your emotions. I'm not saying argue because a lot of people don't like to argue. It was how hell bent he was on being like, listen, if you do this, you don't want to see me when you do that. And then they had this off-camera altercation. I don't know what happened. She put his hand over her mouth. Over his mouth. You don't touch people. Of course, I said that during the review. But it was the way in which he was so like trying to contain himself because he knew what he like. I'm capable of, girl. I think this is gonna be my last day. And also, after one argument, he was ready to just be like, I'm done. I think this is the last time I'm gonna be around you. Like, I'm done. So I don't know. Something about that I don't trust that. Because why are you acting like that? Chandra, thank you for the super chat. I see through Tim's antics. His toxicity is a little more hidden, but he is. Narcs always show up differently in public than at home. Baby, tell me about it. Okay. They are a monster. Listen, I'm not gonna disagree with you. Because I see some things, but I also think, like I said, two things can be true. I feel like Alex has her things about her too. But it's just something about that he is just really like, do not push my buttons. He has to have everything a very particular way. And I don't know, it just gives me, I don't know, sometimes it could be a little dateline-ish. Tim is one of those men that thinks that any kind of communication expressing how that person feels is an argument. Girl. But see, with Alex, it would be. She's annoyed by him breathing. Like if he walks past her, like, why are you walking past me? Like, ugh. And at first I was like, okay, I'm try to figure out what's going on between the two of them. But she can sometimes be insufferable. So, this is them before, and this is her after when he said that was going to be the final time that he ever saw her. And I was like, dang, what kind of argument was it? That is why I think that production dropped the ball. So there are so many things that we didn't see this season, like the situation with Leo and Brittany. We should have been privy to that. We sat there and had to endure Leo talking about his damn Rolexes and his money and how he stands on his money like Scrooge McDuck. We had to hear all of that. Okay. And then we didn't even see them break up. That's crazy. Then these two have an argument. We don't know what's going on, but we know that Tim does not want anything to do with Alex. And I still think that he resents her to this day, but he's just going along to get along. But I do think that he may say no at the altar. Then on top of that, we got Monica, Steven, and the freaky deaky text messages. And then let's not forget that Tyler had the discussion about the kids off camera, but Ashley was like, no, sir, you will not make a fool of me. We're going to talk about it on camera. It's not a lot that's happening on camera, but off camera and on social media, there's a lot happening. So it's just a little bit confusing, but I want y'all to hear what Alex had to say because, baby, she don't care, okay? Alex does not care. Whatever y'all talking about, she don't give a damn. Okay, so I'm about to show y'all this. Well, I'm gonna let y'all listen to this because she really could care less. Okay, y'all listen to this. Hold on one second. I was like, dang, girl. So you don't care like at all? Okay, here y'all go.
You see how that's incredibly offensive?
Yes, I do. That's why I said it.
Do you see how that's incredibly offensive?
Yes, I do. That's why I said it.
So her and Hannah did this TikTok. And so she said that she said it to be offensive because she wanted to say it. And so that's not the part that triggered me because it kind of did. But I started looking at the comments and somebody stated that there was something about Tim that they didn't like. And she hearted the comment and then she says underneath the comment, like, you'll soon find out or you'll soon see or something like that. So I don't know what's going down, honey. But something might not be right with Tim. I'm just saying. Okay. And she really could care less what everybody thinks. I'm just saying. Okay. So that's what she had to say about the situation. And I was just like, dang, Alex. And then she did another one. You know how Kenya says to Nene, so nasty and so rude. You're so nasty and so rude. And she's like repeating that on TikTok, using that as a sound. And I'm thinking to myself, that house is so nasty and so rude. It was rude of you to invite us in when we have to step on top of beer cans and soda bottles and different Shein fashion. And girl, clean this damn place up. It's just disgusting. Now I understand we all get in a funk sometime. Babe, my house not pristine. Okay, I got a whole 9-year-old. Y'all look up in here right now. Y'all be like, Misha, what the hell going on here? What the hell going on here? But I tell you one thing, I clean it up every night before I go to sleep. I cannot sleep. If it's too much if stuff is going on in my life, I gotta clean up. I gotta clean up because I can't think straight. So she just got this place out willy-nilly like that. It's just a mess. Okay, a mess. She didn't clean that house up. All right, so I want to ask y'all a question. What do y'all think about Nick? Now, I know y'all don't like Hannah, and we're going to do a live for the ladies. Okay, and Hannah's not my fave. But I'm sorry, it's a lot that Nick is lacking as far as maturity in the things that he's doing as a man that's trying to take a wife. I don't care about stocks. Do you know about sports? I don't like that. I don't like that. I think that Nick is a very nice man. I like his family a lot. But I also think that he could mature a little bit. Now, Hannah is kind of insufferable only because she bored, child, and she ain't got no job. But nah, I've been depressed and messy before, but those cameras would never know. Who you telling, Shayna? Oh, baby, I done sat on top of some clothes for months. Do you hear me? And get right on this thing and be like, hey, girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. Girl, get right out on this thing and do a review. Whole time, house is a damn mess. But let me tell you what I won't do is I will not invite cameras into my damn house without it being clean. That is crazy. And then it wasn't just like a little bit of mess. This house looked like it had like a little stench to it. I'm sorry. It need to be cleaned up. Okay. It need to be cleaned up. Can we talk about how Tim weaponized his sister's death to make him seem innocent? It was just weird the way he would constantly, yes, sunshine, that's what I'm saying. I'm with you. And then when he gave her, like, don't bestow that bracelet to a woman that you don't know. That is a very serious thing. You're going to give your sister's bracelet to a woman that you think you might marry. I don't know. I felt like it was for a little razzle dazzle. You should wait until you get to know her. Cause like, what you going to do now? Snatch the chain back like T.I. did Nunu on, like, what are you going to do on ATL? Why would you give her that? I just thought, I don't know. I'm with you on that. Somebody didn't seem right. Nick needs a girlfriend for now, not a wife. Yeah, and I think, and somebody said that he just purchased a house. So shout out to you, Nick. Congratulations on your home purchase. Now, one thing I can say about Nick that I did like is Nick kept it real from beginning to end. He looked straight at the camera. He said, listen, I live with my parents. I was trying to pursue football. I'm not about to buy a house. I'm not about to rent. Why would I spend my money? I can stay in the basement. I love my parents. My parents love me. They don't bother me. I don't bother them. If you don't like it, tough. This is what I do. I appreciated that. Because a lot of times they be lying like, oh, I'm just staying here for a couple of days. I was going on the show. Y'all remember the one from Married at First Sight? What was his name? And he was living in his friend's basement. And he was married to that girl. She was insufferable too. I cannot remember her name. But yeah, those two. At least he wasn't faking the funk. I don't know. He probably got that chain from Walmart. I wouldn't put it past him. Everybody lying. Must be flag football. He too small. He is not that small. And you don't know what he said. He was a kicker. Okay. And they be kicking. You ain't got to be very big to be a kicker. They need kickers. They need kickers on the field, Omar. Oh, child, I'm not finna play. Lil Rosie said, isn't it funny how we requested more Black women main storylines on the show just for this mess? And you know what's funny? It's not even funny that we requested more and they gave us more. Because see, they playing in our faces. They said that they didn't eat. That's all they show is food. We said we wanted more Black women. They put the Black women on here, but they made sure that they gave them the most terrible, awful men that's going to drag them through the mud. We didn't ask for y'all to give us these women only to pair them with these men that were going to humiliate them and embarrass them into oblivion. We didn't ask for that. We asked for you to give us more Black love stories. We want to see them succeed. We like to be smiling and kicking when they in love. And then, you know, it's like UK kind of spoiled me a little bit because I'm looking and I hate to compare the two, but y'all should have waited a little bit. Because this right here, this is not what we asking for. Nope. All right, a $300 grocery bill every week as opposed to every 2 weeks was taking me out. Granted, I don't eat meat, but that seemed like a lot to me, and I do the shopping for my 2-family plus dog home. $300 a week? What they eating? Steak and shrimp? Child, I don't spend that much. But then again, my son is a picky eater, so there's that. But yeah, Child, they giving us horror stories. Oh, child, it's a hairy, scary monster. Do you hear me? The only person that got somebody decent is, well, I don't even know about that. I don't know, because Garrett seemed like, what y'all think? Yay or nay for Nick? So we can move on to Garrett. I think that Nick is the most decent person, the most decent man that they have on there, because the rest of them I'm side-eyeing a little bit. But the only thing is that Nick needed to grow up a little bit and learn how to boil water. Like, baby, do you know how to sweep the floor? Do you know how to fold your own clothes? Do you know how to match your socks? Like, what do you know how to do? He seems like one of those very, I don't know if y'all used to watch the Jersey Shore, but I did. He reminds me of Vinny. Vinny's mom did everything for Vinny. You know, now he's self-sufficient and whatnot. But during the time that Jersey Shore was airing, like in the height, the peak of Jersey Shore, when I used to rush home on Thursday nights, his mama was doing everything for him. And he kind of reminds me of Vinny. Like, the mom does everything. She loves her son. She treats him like a king, and it doesn't allow him to thrive. So I think that maybe Nick will be good for someone, but he needs to get some life experience first. Because otherwise, baby, this ain't gonna work. Okay? Like, it's a fool. Okay? It's just a fool. Moving on to Garrett. Moving forward. Okay? Let's move on forward to Garrett, who will potentially move. Garrett does not want to move to San Diego. Now, Tyler, what's her name? Taylor, I like you, but I really think that you need to take a beat, and this man don't want to move. Okay, now, he is also a no for me, because I just feel like anything outside of anybody that's not white, I don't think he wants to be bothered. Okay, and that kind of rubbed me the wrong way in the pause when he was saying that she was being evasive and secretive or something he said along those lines because she wouldn't give up her ethnicity. I'm wondering if we would have gotten a totally different Garrett outside of those pods had Taylor not been who she is. I don't think he would have been likable at all. You know, we got so much trash, honey, that we're turning him into a treasure, but he ain't fooling me. Okay, but it might calculating. Thank you, Nakia. I don't know. It's somebody I don't trust. Can we look at the spoilers about how some of them look now, or is that breaking house rules? No, I don't have anything about how they look now. I wish I did. Now, I did see Hannah. She looks much better, but she needs to get a stylist. But Hannah was pretty before. There was nothing wrong with Hannah to begin with. But now everybody's like, ooh, have you seen Hannah? I'm like, she looks exactly the same. She's still soulful. Anywho, why did Hannah's brother meet Nick separately from the rest of the family? I don't know why, but it was given strange to me. I don't even think that's her real brother. That's why I asked that in the review. I said, is this her real brother? Because the thing is, he was acting like one of them best friends. You know, the best friend, and you just adopt them like family. Like, this is my sister. It wasn't given blood related. Now, I don't know, but I could be wrong. Essence, thank you for the super chat. Secret kids, secret fetishes, hating, condom sex. The whole season sounds like it was a scheme that Todd set up to come at us with the bull. You ain't never lied. Just nasty through and through. Do you hear me? Taylor should have waited for Love is Blind San Diego. You can't expect someone to uproot their life so soon. And then he's trying to kind of hint toward James, and he's saying, like, my mom is sending emails and, she doesn't want me to go. And Taylor is still like, okay, well, we can still go check it out. Taylor, he doesn't want to go. Now, remember last season, well, not last season, but remember the UK where Steven was like, okay, I'm going to go. And then he didn't even show up for Christmas. So y'all really need to figure out if you're going to live in the same place. Now, I think that he did end up moving to San Diego. The only reason is because I saw a picture of him and he was like modeling some clothes in California or something. And I was like, oh, did he move to San Diego? Interesting. Yeah, because why wasn't the brother there when Nick met her parents? Yeah, it didn't make sense. I don't think that's her real brother. Like, I think that's a family friend. Seemed estranged, and even her parents seemed like that. Who cuts off their child at 18 and then showing up all happy family like they did? She did say she did say that, didn't she? I don't know. Things that make you go, But by the time we do the live for the women, I'm going to have an answer. Okay? I'm going to get in their business. Don't worry about it. I promise you, I don't know who these people are. I don't even watch this show. I'm coming to support my girl. I hear you tell me about it. Thank you, Thick Shop. Serene said it's a possibility that he is Hannah's blood brother because remember that she said her parents kicked her out at 18. So maybe it's something like that. Okay, see, I'm just now thinking about the fact that she said that when the other person just mentioned it. You're right. Not excusing his actions. Thank you, Aaliyah, for the super chat. But are y'all surprised that was his reaction by how his parents were? Imagine him taking a black girl home. They were a lot. They were. And that mama kept crying and looking at Taylor all willy-nilly. And that sister didn't really like her too tough either. Oh, baby, it would have been a totally different thing. Me and this one guy didn't date because we were an hour away. So I definitely don't think Garrett will move. Let me tell you something, Sunshine. If you live in the city of Houston, you are automatically in a long distance relationship. I was in a long distance relationship with every man I was with, except one. Well, no, two, because we both lived on the same side of town. But even that was still long distance. So it's like if you live on the south side of Houston versus the north, that's long distance. If you live in the Woodlands, you might as well call it, baby. Don't even try it. If you live in the Woodlands and the person lives in Houston, then you're in a long distance relationship. If you live in Katy and the person lives on the north side, you are in a long distance relationship. Houston is so big that even down the street from each other, it's still a long distance relationship. I'm going to get my man, honey, by any means necessary. So if you listen and you can live I've always been of the belief I can drive. You can drive. Now, if you don't want to drive for me, then it's a no. But in the same city, I don't mind. Because I feel like everything in Houston is an hour away from everything in Houston. So there's that. Hold on, let me go on back up. I thought the same thing about Hannah's parents. Majorette said, I think it is her real brother. They looked alike to me. Did they? I couldn't tell nothing over that leather jacket. Baby, that big ass leather jacket that Hannah had on. I said, Hannah, what is this big leather jacket? And then she had it on so strong in the kitchen. It just was so confined. It was like she was just stopping by to do something and then going back to her real place later. I said, girl, take that leather coat off. What's wrong with you? All that leather on in the kitchen. Me and Misha in a long distance friendship, and we both in Houston. So that's what I'm saying. We both live in Houston, and we probably never the two shall meet. Because you on one side and I'm on the other. Me and Chauncey, we're both in Houston. So it's like, it's everything is just so far from each other unless you live in those like little suburb areas where you just around the corner. Otherwise, child, better get with it. Yeah, I think that's her real brother. Hannah trying to make it seem like she had a struggle, but the reality is she probably had her a part-time job. And looking at her family, it seems like they just don't even pay Hannah no mind. Hannah seems like the person who probably was rebelling and they were just telling her, listen, when you turn 18, we're not going to do for you because you don't know how to act. So we're going to cut you off. Okay, so you just do what you're going to do. And that's why she quit her job. She just do anything, child. The Woodlands is another country. Ain't nobody driving up. That's exactly why I want to move out there too. So nobody won't bother me. I love the woodlands. Keisha, I didn't like Nick's face during the finances convo. It was scary, like he was embarrassed and almost angry. I think he was embarrassed and just wanted Hannah to shut the hell up because it just seemed like she was giving know it all and she was giving trying to be his mama. But really, she was telling him the real deal. That's why I didn't understand the hate she was getting. Everybody's like, she needs to shut up and stop telling Nick. No, Nick needs to know things about a 401k and things like, baby, soon you will have to retire. You're not going to be 28 forever. Like, this is stuff he needs to know. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I can't do it. I hate driving with a passion. If it's over 15 minutes, then that's a lot. He needs to drive to me. Maybe that's why I'm still single. Girl, it ain't. It don't matter if he next door. He could be, child, they could ring my doorbell right now tonight. They still gonna act a fool. Now, I don't like to drive either. I don't like to stop for gas. I don't like to go to the grocery store. Baby, I just want to be a rich woman being driven around. I want somebody to go get my groceries, massage my feet, and I want to wake up to classical music while wearing a gown with feathers. Okay? I don't want to be bothered. I do not want to be bothered. When I can figure out how to do that, oh, y'all best believe I'm going to tell y'all. But I don't like to drive either. It's so funny because I was just telling my son, I said, I wish I had a driver. Like, not an Uber driver, honey, because that'd be any old body. I mean, somebody that I specifically hire and he knows me by name. You know, he's like family and I buy him things at Christmas time and he drives me around. Like, I hate driving, especially in Houston. They'll kill you, child. Run you right on up off the road. Dallas is the same way. I can't stand when someone says Dallas and they live in Plano or Frisco. Baby, North Dallas is a drive. Listen, that's like I went to go visit one of my friends and she was like, yeah, I live in Dallas. So baby, I'm just, riding, trying to get there. She was like, yeah, in Plano. I'm like, girl, that ain't no Dallas. I was driving forever. I'm like, girl, I'm coming from Houston. Yeah, that's how it is though. So, I mean, if you gonna do it, you gotta just do it. Hannah is annoying as hell. I kicked her out too, laugh out loud. That's why her parents ain't grilled Nick, because they knew that he was going through it with her too. I said that. Misha, where can I find that man? I'll fill out an application. What man? What man? Misha getting the blue eyes too. Show is. Soon as I can afford me a driver, I'm gonna get one. Nick is a little behind though. I knew a 28-year-old man who didn't know what he needed to open a bank account and was asking me. Okay, that's teen too much. He was 28 years old and didn't know how to open a bank account. Oh, baby, he would never see me again. He'd be looking for me in the daytime with a flashlight. I'm good for ghosting. Don't ever talk to me again. You need help opening a bank account? See, And you know what? Even now, my son is 9. Sometimes I feel like I'm a hindrance to him because I'm just so quick to jump into action. Like if he can't, I'm like, mommy can do, and I have to stop myself. And sometimes he'll stop me like, mom, please let me do it. I can do it. And I always just spring into action. But child, I don't want him to be a Nick going out with a woman trying to take a wife and he don't even know how to boil water. Child, that's a fool. Where he keeping his money, in a tin can? He keeping it in the shoebox under his bed. Y'all know how they do. What? I had a bank account in high school. That's crazy. And girl, my mama couldn't wait to give me, but she tried to trick me and gonna put me on that bank account. You know how the parents be having a student bank account for their children? And child, I went to college thinking I had some money in that student bank account. Baby, they done put light bills in my name, emptied out my bank account. Child, it was a whole fool. I think Nick's Chochi blind. Is that what Chuchi? She laid it on him. Oh, okay. Now I see what you're saying. She laid it on him good on the honeymoon night. He's overlooking her mean wording attitude due to it. I don't know now. I don't think she put nothing on him. Because when he was riding on that duck, he looked like he was more excited about that. And that woman he was riding on the duck with. And this preview of what's to come on Wednesday, it looks like he's flirting with another woman. Hannah get on his nerves. Nick look like he'll do anything with anybody because he just like to have fun, but it ain't giving nothing. Okay, it just seems like it wasn't giving nothing. Leah said, laughing my off, he used those prepaid cards, warehouse. Girl, don't tell us nothing else about this man. Baby, not the prepaid cards. Oh, honey. I'm surprised he knew how to use a pen. He's just waiting to say no on decision day. And is. Oh, and speaking of decision day, y'all, and we're going to get off this thing because it is approximately 9:30 and it's a school night and tomorrow is a big day. Listen, y'all. Married at First Sight comes back tomorrow night. Why? I have no idea. I don't like a Tuesday night to do. I don't like doing stuff on a Tuesday. Okay, I don't like it. But nonetheless, Married at First Sight is coming back tomorrow night. So meet me here on Wednesday morning. Let's get into these new couples. Also, there's going to be a couple swap. So we're I'm not sure who's gonna switch, but the people is switching back and forth and forth and back. So we shall get into that for 49,000 weeks. It's gonna premiere tomorrow and probably go off in September of next year. Because Married at First Sight does not know how to go off, and I do not know why. So yeah, it'll be back tomorrow, and then we're gonna get into it. But let me see, is this all the men? Okay, let me see. Yeah, I think that was everybody. So we went through Garrett. I don't think Garrett is moving to San Diego. Sorry, Taylor. Even if he does, I think he needs and wants to be around his family. Nick, congratulations on the new house. You seem like the most decent guy. You know, life lessons will come and you'll learn, but please learn how to boil pasta. Okay, that was a fool. And tell Hannah to take that damn leather jacket off. Alex, quit being so nasty and so rude. Tim, I'm watching you. And you ain't fooling me. Now, I did like the scene with you and Alex's dad. Her dad was the sweetest thing ever. And when I say I cried, I cried. I think that Tim can be a nice guy, but there's something underlying. And I'm waiting for somebody to tell me something. Something ain't right. Okay? Something just ain't right. Let's not even get over the drunk sleep texting, unemployed, freaky deek of a man named Steven. Child, it's not really much we can say. Steven, it's ridiculous. Okay? You need help. You really do. And it's not even about the freaky deek text messages. Something is like really wrong because even on TikTok, he keeps calling it Vine. Now, don't get me wrong, Vine and TikTok or something, but I think that TikTok used to be, what's the name of it? Musically, or it was another app. It was like a singing app before it was TikTok, but it definitely was not Vine. And he keeps saying, welcome to Vine. I'm so excited to be on Vine. And I'm like, what are you talking about? He is just very creepy. Okay. It's just giving all to the creep. Okay. And he don't care nothing about what we talking about. He doesn't care anything about what Monica is talking about. He looks void of emotion and dead behind the eyes. And when he looked directly at that camera and broke that fourth wall, I said, baby, run far and fast. Okay. Get out of Dodge because something is not right. Daddy Tyler, why would you do that to Ashley? I was rooting for her so hard when I first saw Ashley. I said, that girl knows she's a baddie. She knows she's a 10. And here you come. Don't bother us if you don't want us. Like, and you know what? How do y'all even sleep at night? You just leave destruction in your wake and then just go on and then go to sleep and rub your feet together, your ass ankles. Leave people alone. Like, what is wrong with y'all? It's just really like, child, I could be here all night just talking about how people will really just hurt you and just move on like they ain't did nothing. Then he gonna sit there and tell the woman, I don't want to leave it like this. You're only thinking about you. You're not thinking about her. You're not thinking about the kids. You're not thinking about nothing. You are only thinking about Tyler. That is nuts. I would not date someone like Nick. He was looking for pasta in the fridge. He sure was. He got to call his mama and figure out. How many more episodes? Let's see. This was episode 9, 10, 11, 12. I think 4 more because last season, not the UK, but the last season was 13 and then the reunion. So I'm thinking about 4 more episodes. Yeah, I'm just really disgusted. And more stuff comes out about Tyler every single day. Okay. And the rundown is running down. So if y'all want to get all the tea, I do have a Patreon. If you want to, it's only 99 cents, honey. Okay. 4 quarters. I'm not trying to take you to the bank. There's different tiers, but yeah, I mean, for the low price of 4 quarters, okay, 10 dimes, you can come on down to the Patreon where I show everything. Okay. Videos included. Because I just don't want to do that on YouTube because I don't want no problems. Okay. I don't want these people knocking on my door talking about some, well, somebody said that you had used the, I ain't used nothing but a voice. Okay. I ain't show y'all. Don't even try it. Because it seemed like it's okay for everybody. It's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it. So I just decided not to do it because it's always something. Okay. And I feel like I'm being targeted. So therefore, and thus and such, I had to do it this way. But y'all, I'm about to wrap this thing up. Thank y'all so much for joining me to talk about this season's men. And hopefully you got a little bit of the tea and was sipping it while we got into it. This is just crazy. This is just crazy. Steven, absolutely not. Tyler, hell no. Tim, I can't prove it, but something ain't right. Nick, stop letting your mama fold your drawers, boy, and come on out the basement. And Garrett, I couldn't fit you on the screen, but you ain't moving to San Diego. And that's just that on that. Y'all comment down below. Tell me exactly what you thought about the live and share with a friend. Okay, tell somebody who knows somebody who's going to tell somebody. Now, tomorrow, like I said, is Love is Blind. Wednesday, I'm going to be putting out the review. Then these new episodes are coming out for Love is Blind. So the reviews for those will be on Thursday. Then we're going to have another live for the women and about the episodes that come out on Wednesday. And then what else? Friday is Life After Lockup. Saturday, I'm going to have to squeeze in a live because it's so many shows. Sunday is Potomac. So y'all come on back. Okay, come on back. Thank you for the super sticker. Thank you so much for the super sticker. Ramses, that's who we missed. Oh, I forgot about Ramses. Is it Ramses or Ramses? I think it's Ramses. He can't be trusted either. Him and his braid can go somewhere. Now that mama, she was wrong for how she was getting into it with him. But he's a no. Now I do realize that Marissa was having a conversation with him about potentially going on birth control before she asked about them potentially wearing condoms. I get it. But no, he's a big no. He's very judgmental. He's judgy boots. He's acting like he has it all together and everything's all great. It's some stuff that he can work on too. Okay. He's not perfect. And Marissa kind of annoys me a little bit. It's like she don't know her head from a hole in the wall sometimes. I don't know. It's just like Cancer, Leo, and you just went over there and chose him. And it's just too much going on. And then your mama came and she talking with her tongue ring and she disrespectful. Crazy. Well, at least your content won't be dried up. You'll have plenty to talk about this fall. Oops, winter too with Mavs. Girl. Oh my gosh. That's why I got to get some sleep. Let my avatar get its beauty rest, child. We'll talk about it on the next go round. Y'all comment down below and I'm going to comment back and I will catch y'all on the flip side. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace. Thank y'all for the super chats. Thank you. Night, night, y'all.